Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. We're just going to give everyone a moment to log in and then we'll get started. All right, I think folks will continue to log in, but I'm going to go ahead and get everything rolling here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from today. Welcome to today's webinar hosted by the New York Oracle User Group and Viscosity North America. We've got two awesome presenters for you today, Heli from Finland and Jari, and they are going to be presenting social media with a little help of AI. So I'm excited to see what they feature today for us to learn about. My name's Monica, Marketing Director and Operations Director here at Viscosity. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Viscosity after Coleman and Rob, who are here from the New York Oracle User Group, tell you a little bit about their organization.
Thank you, Monica. So the New York Oracle Users Group was formed in 1984 for the exchange of ideas, assistance, and support among users of Oracle software products. And you can reach out to us on NYOUG.org, on Twitter, well, on X rather. Next slide, please. There's so many areas that we're linked in with. Facebook, Meetup, and of course, our website also has all the presentations going back 5 years as we co-hosted with Viscosity. So thank you very much, Viscosity, for this ongoing sessions of co-hosting with our webinars today.
Thank you, Coleman. And I do also want to remind everyone as you are entering today's webinar, it is a live webinar and it is being recorded. So don't worry, you'll have access to that at nyoug.org or at orapub.com. We'll give you all that information following today's webinar. And any resources that our speakers want to share with you, we'll share that to you as well. So again, remember this is a live webinar and you do have access to the Q&A field where you can ask our speakers questions. So definitely don't hesitate. Ask all the questions you can think of while you have them live here with you today. All right. So hopefully most of you are repeat NYOUG Viscosity webinar attendees. If so, thank you very much. And if you're not, welcome. I'm going to try to go through a little bit about Viscosity quickly for you so we can have as full of an hour as possible. But Viscosity is a full Oracle stack consulting firm. We are built on these three main pillars that you see here. If anything here resonates with you, any problem points you might have with your organization or your team, I would love to speak with you and see if we can help you anywhere. And we also have a lot of free resources for you from webinars like this posted to our website. So we'll share all of that with you guys too. And then everything across the bottom, you'll see we offer to all three pillars as well. So it could be training, assessments, health checks, workshops, things like that. All right, these are just some of our books. I think our team has over 33 books at the moment under their belt, which is awesome. Hopefully you recognize some of my team members here. They're also awesome speakers like Heli, part of the Oracle ACE program. If you're not familiar with that, check it out. If you're someone who's a speaker, you might want to look into it as well. It's a great program and it's just full of people who really prioritize knowledge sharing and keeping community alive, especially in user groups around the world. So check it out. Check out any user groups by you if you're not in New York. Viscosity, we're here in the US, so we travel a lot to a lot of regional user groups. So there's definitely most likely one near you. All right. These are a couple things that we offer at Viscosity. The only thing I like to point out here the most is license management. We do help a lot of clients navigate Oracle sales. So if you are on the market for upgrading any hardware or software and you want to make sure you're not overpaying for anything and you're only paying for what you need, I always recommend going through a partner like Viscosity. If you have a chosen partner of your own, make sure that they help you navigate that. And sometimes they can even pass on some deeper discounts to you. So always ask. All right, and then this webinar for viscosity at least will be posted here for free at orapub.com. You can just see a ton of free webinars here, and if you're a paid member, you just have access to a little more, such as live trainings, things like that. And again, you'll also have this webinar recording at NYOUG.org, so make sure you check that out, and we'll email you guys when everything's posted. And for more upcoming events, if you're not at nyoug.org, you can check out Viscosity's page, events.viscosityna.com. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Coleman, who's going to introduce our speakers. And Heli will let you go ahead and get your screen share up.
Thank you, Monica. Heli is the CEO for Miracle Finland Oy. Heli holds a master's degree in computer science at the University of Helsinki, and she's specialized on databases. At the moment, she is working on her doctoral studies at the University of Helsinki. Heli has been working on IT since 1990. Heli is an Oracle ACE director and a frequent speaker at many conferences. She's the author of Oracle SQL Developer Data Modeler for Database Design Mastery and a co-author of Real World SQL and PLSQL Advice from the Experts, Machine Learning for Oracle Database Professionals, Deploying Model-Driven Applications and Automation Pipelines, and Extending Oracle Application Express with Oracle Cloud Features, a guide to enhancing Apex web applications with cloud native and machine learning technologies. Let me catch my breath here. Heli is also a Data Vault 2.0 certified practitioner and holds several certificates on Oracle technologies. Very nice, Heli. Thank you for coming today. Jari is an experienced IT professional with a strong background in data warehousing and master data management. With over a decade of expertise, Jari has applied his skills to various IT projects, demonstrating a deep understanding of data systems and their functionalities. Since 2006, he has focused on developing applications also using Oracle Application Express, showcasing his ability to create versatile solutions tailored to client needs. Jari became an Oracle Certified Application Express developer in 2011, and in 2023 further enhanced his credentials by achieving the Oracle Apex Cloud Developer Certified Professional designation. His passion for technology and continuous learning drives him to stay at the forefront of the ever-evolving IT landscape. So everybody, you're going to have two fantastic speakers in the field of AI, and this is certainly going to be a rewarding webinar today. I want to thank Viscosity and thank our speakers for coming today and doing this presentation.
Thank you, Coleman. So happy to be here. So we're going to talk about social media with a little help of AI. And let's see how it works. So as already mentioned, my name is Heli, and people call me Heli from Finland because my last name is quite impossible to pronounce. It's Helskyaho. Try to repeat it after me. Well, I'm Heli from Finland. So I am working on my doctoral studies, as mentioned, and I have been working with databases for quite long. CEO for Miracle Finland, ACE director, and here are the books that I have written so far. And Jari already was introduced, but maybe you want to mention something more about yourself.
Yeah, so I also work in the Miracle Finland as consultant now, and as mentioned, so I have quite long background with the Apex and master data management, and that's shortly.
And whenever I have a question about Apex, I go to Jari. So the problem we are talking about today, I'm sure you or you everybody is facing this. So writer's block. So you have a lot to share. You would love to share your knowledge, and that requires a lot of writing. And then you're excited about sharing your knowledge. Writing takes a long time. You know, writing a blog is a lot of struggle. Writing an article is a lot of work, and writing a book is even more than that. So it takes a lot of time. You're writing blogs, LinkedIn posts, emails, articles, books, all kind of things, but always the same problem, how to get started. I have a great idea, but getting the first word on the page is always difficult. So it's a blank canvas, and I have no idea what to do. So I have my idea, but I don't know how to say that. So help the process with machine learning and or AI. It is easy when you do that because then you don't have to see any blank canvas anymore. So we are going to show you how to do, for example, blocking with machine learning and AI. Jari will live demo you this. And by the way, the whole block that Jari has built is running on Oracle Cloud in autonomous database, and it's been built using Apex. And now Jari has also added all kind of AI features to that block. And Jari, I let you take the screen.
Yeah, thanks. Yep. If you have not like a work with the Apex, so this is like a Apex application builder application home screen, and this application what I'm now showing, so it is consist of two applications. So one is for my blog public pages, and one application is for the like maintaining and writing the blog posts. And this environment is now like my test environment. So my live blog production blog is running here. So I have having this blog starting around 2010 and writing my blog using this Apex application. So of course I have enhanced this application during the years, and now the latest Apex, or previous version actually, the Apex, so it introduced a lot of the AI stuff, and I did want to try to include those also. So if we run this, let's say, admin application, so in the home screen you see some statistics about the application. Then I have one page where I can write the blog post, and I can see existing blog posts. So I can also see how they should look in the public application. Then the user can leave the comments also. We come back to that later, and then I have some like reports about that public application usage, and I can make some settings of the public application, so turn on and off the features. But if you check this, how to write the blog posts, yeah, I can move this zoom here, and so I have integrated the Apex AI assistant here. So I can, example, also talk with the assistant. So let's say that write about how to learn the skills, new skills. So it's taking my speech here. And if I ask this from the AI, it should write me some, like a draft for the blog post. There is a typo, but so it did give this kind of response for me. So maybe I don't want to have like this kind of list format. So let's say out. Let's ask it to make it a little bit different. It's taking a little bit time to. So in here, I use the open AI, the generative AI, and now it makes this kind of response for me. So if I want to a little bit more, let's say, let's say this. So ask it to include something about the PL SQL also. So let's see what it responds now. Taking a little bit time. It seems to hard question for the AI, so it's taking time. No, it seems it includes something relating to PLS SQL. So I could also, so I'm not so maybe familiar with the English, so I could ask AI to translate this. I can check what the AI is responding in the Finnish also. So it's easy to translate and check the text example. So now I get the same text with the Finnish. But let's use this English version to our blog post. So I can, of course, still this is like I need to check is it correct and make my own changes. So maybe I don't want to have this, and I want to maybe highlight some words there, and let's include make that example. No. This could be our blog post. So of course you need to check what the AI giving to you and make like changes. But next I can generate title using the AI. So it's giving this kind of title. So maybe I don't like this one, so I try to generate new one. This seems to maybe good. I'm a little bit editing that also. And this where I can move this zoom window. Oh. This zoom window is top of my buttons, so some way where I can move this. No, well. So here, when I'm clicking here, so I can generate example the summary for this blog post, and I click here, so it generates the category. I can click also here to generate the tags for my blog post. And now, let's say my blog post is ready for publishing, so I can publish it. And now it should be visible in the public application, so we can check it from there. From this one. And here is our new blog post. So if I'm clicking here, so I can see the whole blog post. And here is the tags, what the AI did generate for me. And I think here is the category, what it did generate for this. So I can go here and maybe post some comment for this. Let's say, let's post something in the Finnish. I now go back to my admin application, so let's filter these comments by our blog post name, and if I turn it this way, so Heli did give some comments already there. So, and here is my comment. So if I check this, so it did translate using the Oracle Cloud AI service my comment because it's in Finnish, and then it did make sentiment analyze for it. So good writing, so it seems to be positive, and little short, so it's more like a negative comment. I can then approve this comment, and let's see what this one. So of course, so it's maybe negative comment, so I don't want to approve it. So Heli was this one, so it's 100% positive, so I will approve this also. So so if I show a little bit in the Apex side, so how I did generate those categories and tags. So I have used the Apex shared components and text messages to store those all like a system prompts for the AI. So example, if we check this category, so I have given the instruction how to respond when I'm like a request in the category. And so in the text Apex text message sheets, you can like send variables also here. So I can configure how many example words I want to have in the category. So in that, and same thing, example in the tags. So there should be somewhere, here is the substitution, so I can pass some value in these text messages and configure how the AI is responding. So of course, so writing these prompts are also like you need to like write the prompt that you get like a correct kind of answer from the AI. And one thing what I still like to do into the application is that the end users can maintain who is writing the blog can maintain these system prompts and get like a better response and modifying, so they get that kind of like a response from the AI what they are like interested into it. And one thing, so if we check this public application, and when we post a new comment, so I have a process here. Let's collapse those. So it's first calling the Oracle Cloud language AI service to check what is the comment like a dominant language. And if it's not English, so it's translating the comment to the English, and then it's getting the sentiment analyzed from the English version, because the sentiment analyze service is not working. I think it was only English and Spanish what is supported languages for the sentiment analyze currently. So that's why I use the AI to translate the comments and then to the English, and then passing the English text to the sentiment analyze. And that how to call those Oracle Cloud AI services. So it's pretty easy in the Apex. So I have created one REST source, and there is one single post action, and this is just the payload for the all those Oracle Cloud AI services, and I just populate these substitution strings and calling the service, and the URL is also like a parameter, so which service I want to call. So example, translation or sentiment analysis or analyzing what is the dominant language for the text, what I'm passing on. I think this was quite quickly the demo. So Heli, if you show the slide.
Yes. I will share. Here we go. So what you just saw was creating a post and taking some comments and some key takeaways of the solution. So the solution was built in 2009 on premises, like Jari was telling, and it was very easily migrated to the OCI and autonomous database in 2019. And it worked well. So it is possible to just, like Oracle says, you can build it somewhere and then bring it to another environment. It really works. So it was brought to autonomous database, Apex, and AI services. And with this solution, the productivity increased hugely because just hours of desperate thinking turned into minutes of working. Very, very efficient. So the technology chosen, maybe Jari, you want to tell about the technology a little bit?
Yeah, so I have so when I'm like migrated this application to the Oracle Cloud, so I'm using the autonomous transaction processing database, and there is you get the Apex out of the box, and you don't need to worry about so much about those DBA stuff. So it's taking care all of those kind of things, and it's very easy for the developers to start doing so. You don't need to worry about like maintaining the database, so you can focus in the development mainly. And of course the Apex is a great tool, so low-code tool, and it's easy to integrate to many like other services. So because Apex has a lot of like those nice features for the REST services, and you can use all like Oracle database features. What is you having, and of course the autonomous database that is great. So because it's enterprise edition, so you get all features very low cost. So it's very nice. And of course the Apex is not costing anything, so it's included in every database.
And then the services Jari already mentioned in his demo was AI services. And I was thinking I will show you a little bit what are AI services. So AI services are pre-trained models, machine learning models that Oracle has pre-trained for you. But they are for specific use cases. I will explain what that means. They are trained, but they are also maintained by Oracle. And you can use these models with your own data, like Jari was doing in a demo. If you don't like the models, if they are not good enough for your purpose, you can always go and train them, customize them to with your own data for this particular purpose you might have. So let's take a quick demo of these, some of these. So we take language first. So that's something Jari mentioned earlier. And if you go to the Oracle Cloud and you go to Analytics and AI, here you will find language. And I'm going to take a text from because I am very bad with typing, so I need some help with my typing. AI, absolutely. So if I go to language, this is something that Jari was using in his demo as well. So in the language, it's about written text. So I have a text here. The hotel is very nice. Rooms are spacious, but the breakfast is horrible. My loyalty card number is 123456. And I will say, analyze the text. So these are the pieces that Jari was using in his demo. First of all, language detection. This is English. Yeah, I guess my English was good. It says it's 100% sure that it's English. Text classification says that this is about hotel and travel, hotels and accommodations. Then it finds named entities from the text. Hotel is a location or facility. room is location or facility, card is a product, and this number set here is quantity or number. And these were used also in the demo, and they will be used in the next demo as well. Just a quick thing here to say. So, and it also finds key phrases like loyalty card number, rooms, breakfast, and hotel. The sentiment analysis you saw in the demo. So my sentiment here is mixed in the whole document. So in the whole text, it's a little bit mixed. Why? Well, first of all, if we go to aspects, so the hotel is mixed because the rooms are positive, but the breakfast is negative. If we go to sentence level, it says the hotel is very nice. Well, that's mixed. That's a bit strange, but it understands this one as well. So the rooms are spacious, breakfast is horrible, it's mixed. My loyalty card number is neutral. This has no information, so it is neutral. But why do I give this kind of information in my data? Because this is PII data. So there's also a service for that. So if I send the text first to this service and I say, do something if there's a stupid user who gives private data. So it will find the private data here. It recognizes this as a private data and it can do something with it. With the configure, you can define what the something is. Will it be masked, replaced, or removed? And by default, it will be having these 3 stars here in the beginning. And so let's say I have a customer service process. So I go here first and I hide all this kind of information before I give it to anybody to see. So that even though I have stupid customers who are giving this kind of information in internet, I can still make sure that my people are not misusing the information. So all these services are available for written text. Also, another thing you saw in the demo was translation. So if I have the same text here and I say translate to French, those who speak French can say if this is correct or not. But my poor French would say this looks quite okay. So this is language service, and it was used a lot in the demo. Another thing is a speech. So speech is about spoken text. So Jari was telling the block to write about certain topic, and that was spoken language. So you can have either live transcribes, like speaking directly to the machine, or you can have transcription jobs where you have pre-recorded and you just give that text, that spoken text to a machine to do something about. A vision is my absolutely favorite. I like pictures. So by the way, here you can see you are able to train further the model if it's not working the way you would like it to work. Let's go to vision. Vision is about pictures, images. There are things like image classification. So if I take here, let's take this one. This is about buildings. So first of all, this picture is about buildings. I agree with the machine learning. Skyscrapers, very true. Tower, night, car. Looks like it's exactly what it is about. By the way, there's always the request and response examples here, so you know how to use these services from Apex, for example. Then there's object detection. So if I take here another picture, let's take this one. This is one of my favorites because it doesn't know everything, and that's what's the fun part about machine learning and AI. It doesn't know everything, even though it sounds like it's very perfect. So here, the image detection here, its job is to find things from the picture. There's a person, footwear, person, glasses, person, footwear, and back, glasses, camera. Oops, this is a coffee cup. So if my job would be to have a model that would recognize coffee cups, I would probably go and train this model more because it's obviously not recognizing coffee cups now. This one was not recognized at all, and this it thinks it's a camera. But it does find small, tiny little things like my watch here is a fashion accessory. So this is quite interesting. Then we have a thing called face detection. So this one will detect faces in a picture. It does not know who it is, but it just tells there's a picture, there's a face, there's a face, there's a face, and another face. So all these it finds from the picture, and it tells how confident it is about its choices. And remember, there's always this JSON example here, so that you can see what's how to call it or what's responding. Let's see text detection. So I have here, let's take, for example, this one. So this is a slide from a presentation where Oracle was introducing OCI, Autonomous Database Locations. So there's a lot of text, but it's so tiny I can't really read it. I'm not sure what it says here, but the machine can. So it tells me here by lines. So it takes a line from the text and tells me what's on that line and so on. Even the tiny little small ones it can find. I can also say, just give me all the words you can find from the picture. And this is the words that it can find. So this can be sometimes very, very useful. Then, of course, what's this? Oh, okay. So remember, there was this problem with my coffee cup. So it was telling it's a camera. So I want to further train the model. So I might go here to project, start a project, and train the model to understand coffee cups. For that, I would need data labeling because this is supervised machine learning, which requires data that we have labeled. So we have to have data that has the answers so that the machine will learn. For that, we would use this data labeling service. So labeled data is needed for supervised learning. And of course, it's easy to label something simple. But what if we have images or we have text or whatever? Then we need this kind of service. So we can just add labels, single or multiple labels to our images or text. And then we can use this labeled data set to custom models, to further train the models to understand our particular use cases. So in the OCI data labeling service, I can further train images, classification, object detection, or text for classification, highlighting words or span of words within a text, and so on and so on, or documents. And this is how it happens. So you will just define this one here is a coffee mug. And this one here is a coffee mug, and so on. So that's what labeling means. So you define what is in the picture so that the machine will learn this is what coffee mug looks like. This is what coffee mug looks like. Generative AI, very quickly, you saw that a lot in the demo. Let's go to generative AI. So in the OCI, this is something, if you have not tried it yet, I really tell you to go and try. This is fun. So there's a thing called Playground. There's two things. By the way, this is only in Frankfurt and some other locations, not everywhere. Chicago in US for sure. So some locations, not in every OCI locations. So for example, chat. So for chat, there are different kind of models I can use for chat. So I can go here and, well, I use this one. Oh, again. So here it goes. And if you want to have a lot of fun, you can go and define different parameters here. For example, how creative it can be. Temperature defines the creativity. So you can go and play with these features. And this is one way to find a way of working with generative AI. So this is the thing called LLM, large language model. Another thing you can play with here is embedding model. So embedding model is for vectorizing your data. So for example, let's put here one word, sentence. Yes. And then we can define, again, there's two different models available, just the English one or the multilingual. I'm going to use the English one. So I have 3 sentences here, and I will say run. What embedding model does, it vectorizes the data and puts those vectors in a space. So here we have, I love cats. Finland is a great country and dogs are cute. Let's add another sentence. And run it again. So I have a small dog goes to dogs are cure. So see, again, a typo, but it's very flexible with typos, which is great for somebody who can't type seriously. And Finland is a bit further from dogs are cute, even though it's a great country, but it's much further from my small dog because they actually have nothing in common. These have something in common because they are both like positive things, I guess, but these are further. So the idea of vectorizing or embedding is that those things that are similar to each other, close to each other, and those who are far from each other, they are very far from each other. So that's how it works. This is embedding model, and this is a chat model. So, and what is very fun with Oracle is that AI is in every level. So it starts with the AI infrastructure. The infrastructure is already supporting all kind of AI work. And it goes throughout the whole system until even the applications. So it's everywhere. And it's super easy to use in OCI, any kind of AI things. And here are the things that we already mentioned earlier: generative AI, speech, language, and vision. There's also document understanding and OCR, those Gen AI agents and digital assistants, but we didn't use them in the blog post. So another demo I was thinking I will show to you is how to post to LinkedIn. So if I go to my, where is it? Here. Again, I'm facing my LinkedIn here. I'm like, I should write something, but I have no idea what to say. I kind of know what I want to write about, but I don't know how to say it because I want to write how great a low-code tool Apex is, but I don't have the words for that. I'm going to use a little help of AI. And now, because I can't type, I will go and pick my advice here. Come on. Why is my computer not collaborating with me? So it gave me a very long, this is too long for LinkedIn. I wouldn't like that. So I will tell the tool, make it shorter and add this post is auto-generated with AI in the beginning. Let's see what it tells. Okay, it did add this in the beginning, which I wanted. And this looks like it's smaller. Yes, this looks good. So this is what I want to have. But since English is not my first language, I want to translate this too. So I'm going to say it in Finnish to make sure that this makes sense. Yeah, it looks very good. Oh, and by the way, now that I wrote the post here, seriously, it also gave me hashtags. And this is using the AI services we saw earlier. So it's finding those kind of keywords from my text. So what are the something that would be potential for a hashtag? You know, writing the post for LinkedIn is a pain, but finding the hashtags is even more difficult. So it found me these. But hey, I want to add also a picture because I told you I love pictures. So I'm going to use a yellow car picture here. So you remember there's this also for the vision that can recognize pictures and find things from the pictures. So what it did, it classified the image. It's about car, convertible, and so on and so on. It found objects, car, wheels, and it found some words also somewhere here. I can't see any words, but computer it has a better vision than I do. So it finds the words and the lines of text. If I want to use these hashtags as well, I can just click this one here, and it adds those hashtags here for me. And now my difficult job is to decide what hashtags I want to use. So based on how confident it is about these choices, it already selects some of them for me. But I don't want to have mountain. It has nothing to do with my post. I want to use that one. Car, definitely Oracle App Apex. Tools, maybe. Oh, no, I don't want to have a vehicle. Or maybe I want to have a vehicle, I don't want to have a car, and so on. So I don't have to think about what would be a good hashtag. I can just pick from the choices it gives to me. When I'm finally done with this, so I have my post here, I have my hashtags here, I have my beautiful picture here, I will say post to LinkedIn. What do you think will happen? Let's go and see. So I go to my LinkedIn page here, and I hope it still remembers my password because I don't. And oh, here it is. Just now, posted just now, and this thing with the hashtags I just chose and with the image I picked. And hey, Marco already liked my post. Now you can go and like it too if you want to. So, how simple is it to post to LinkedIn? I always thought it's difficult, but I don't think so anymore. It is easy. So, conclusion, automation helps a lot, a very, very lot in many, many ways when you need to do some kind of writing. Machine learning and AI are very easy with Apex, and every version of Apex makes them easier and easier. Rapid application development with Apex. Jari, I will let you speak now because you love Apex too.
Yeah. So in Apex, you can very quickly like a prototype and show the application for the like end users or business users, and it's very great tool. And because there is you can use everything in the what you having in the Oracle database, and you have those features to integrate it. Example, using the REST services, and it's low-code development platform. So it's great choice for many
Yes.
applications.
And I like the fact that you get so much done so quickly because the end users, they don't know what they want. But when you're able to show something, then they can comment and they can say, this is not what I wanted. I want to have this column here and this should show me that, and so on and so on. So you get feedback very fast and then you're able to fix it so that the users will love it. So definitely a super tool. Any questions, happy to answer. And if you want to ask afterwards, here's our emails. And please feel free to ask questions.
There is one question, Heli, in the QA.
Yes. How training a model work? So this is a long question. Can you please detail a little bit how does training a model work? For example, will it store some info inferred from the training dataset you give to it and use that info to adjust its algorithms for future use? Does it use a database for storing that info? And if so, then for sharing the trained model means to share both the original untrained model and the new info it learned. Thank you. So two things. First of all, if we talk about classical machine learning, what we are doing, it has learned based on the data that you have given. So the most important thing is the data. So based on the data, it has learned to do something like finding coffee cups or finding shoes or whatever. When you add a new data set that includes more information about the missing part, it learns also what a coffee cup looks like. Then the same model has new knowledge that it's able to use. Another thing is fine-tuning a large language model or any of these generative AI models. And there, so a machine learning model is you're able to store it in a database, for example, or you're able to use those models that we were using now. So there's several options you can do. So if you just have it in your database, it's trained with your own data, nobody will ever see it, and it's very safe. The same goes with fine-tuning a large language model or any of the generative AI models. So if it's in your own hands, So you have the model and you have fine-tuned your model to do something or to know something, or you have used RAG, retrieval augmented generation, to augment the prompt before you give it to LLM. If that all happens in your own environment, either in the database, well, okay, LLM is not in a database, but in a database environment or in your OCI, nothing will be used anywhere else. But if you use public models in some way outside your ecosystem, you are using, I don't want to say any names, but let's say you are using a model that is hosted by somebody else, and you are sharing your data with that model. You don't know what will happen. So it's possible that it will be fine-tuned or trained with your data to be better, and then it knows your data. Or it's also possible that the data you have shared with it is used for something different. So there's always a risk if you share your data outside of your ecosystem somewhere, it's used for something you didn't want it to be used for. Therefore, I think it's very good that we are able to do everything inside OCI or even just close to your database if you are talking about on-premises. So if you have an Oracle database with your machine learning models, with your data, it's super safe there. And if you want to use LLMs, you will have a Python environment next to your database where you will fine-tune your Python, your models using Python and your data set, which when you're doing training or fine-tuning, it's very important you have good quality data that has answers to those questions that you are trying to train to your model. So this is quite a complex topic. So I hope I covered at least the core thing that you were asking about. And if not, please ask again. The post to LinkedIn, is that a pre-built app? Wasn't clear how to access it. Okay, so Jari, do you want to tell about the app?
Yes, it's not like if you mean the sample or starter application, what is coming with the Apex, so it's not one of those. So it's custom application what we have built, and it's not like a public. You cannot access it public anywhere, so it's only for our use currently.
Yeah, but it's super cool.
Mm.
I really like it. Yeah. Any more questions? Happy to answer. This is actually a very broad topic, so. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and we hope you learned something new, and feel free to email if you have further questions. And thank you for inviting us to present.
Thank you so much, Heli and Jari. I think we've got Rob and Coleman somewhere here, but thank you guys so much. If you think of any questions beyond this, feel free to shoot them our way and we'll get them over to Heli and Jari. And if they'd like, I can also share their direct contacts with you guys. But thank you all for coming out. Look for an email from us about when the recording is posted to our website. And we hope everyone has a great day from here. Heli, Jari, thank you so much for spending your evening in Finland presenting for us for the New York Oracle user group and Viscosity followers. So we're very thankful for your time. And we hope that you guys come and present for us again.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. Have a great day, and we hope to see you at the next one.